What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Phil, and welcome back to another video. So, let's talk about Kamen Rider Gavv episode 4, because, my goodness, there are a lot of important scenes in that episode. So, if you haven't even started watching Kamen Rider Gavv yet, there are going to be spoilers, so I highly recommend that you catch up from the first episode up until episode 4 before you continue watching this video. Otherwise, if you don't mind spoilers, then please go ahead and enjoy this video. So, anyways, let's get started with the actual review of the episode. Now, I'm going to summarize what happened first. So, well, episode 4 marks the debut of the Fuamalo form, and basically, what happens in this episode is that after, Shouma is, he's homeless again, basically. So he meets an elderly couple who kindly take him in and, feed him and stuff. So, of course, in exchange, he does household chores for them. So it's a really nice setting for this episode. But there is a big revelation, or rather a confirmation, right? So, if, by the way, again, this is where the spoilers do come in for the entire plot of the show, basically. Not just like episodes 1 to 4 so far, but for the entirety of Kamen Rider Gavv. So, I have mentioned before in a previous video that Shouma is part of the Stomach family. So basically, the 5 Stomach siblings, so Rango, Glotta, Nilv, Jeep, and Theta, they're basically Shouma's siblings, alright? So, they're basically the main enemies as well. So, yeah, talk about family drama here. But we'll get to see more of that family drama in future episodes. I'm pretty sure of that. And, again, episode 4 confirms that. While I mentioned in the previous video talking specifically about Shouma's identity, so while I said that, in the video I said that he would have been in between like Nilv and the twins Jeep and Theta, so it turns out that Shouma is the youngest child of the Stomach family. So this is confirmed when he encounters Jeep and Theta, so the twins, and addressing them as like older brother and older sister respectively. So again, this is confirmed. And like there are also scenes of, the day that Shouma was trying to escape from the Stomach clan in the first episode. So we have a bit more flashback, a bit more detailed flashback. So what happened to Shouma, what happened to his mom, and, all the things that led to this moment in episode 4. So again, while the other Stomach siblings do not accept Shouma as part of the family, they do recognize as a fact that he is indeed their brother. So, well, of course, being the half-brother and everything, but yeah, they do at least know that they have a half-sibling in the form of Shouma. So, there is also another mention of the Stomach patriarch, so Shouma's dad, the Stomach clan's dad, basically, and they mention him, and something happened, and, we don't know necessarily what happened to Shouma's dad yet, so maybe we get a flashback scene, and who knows, he might make a surprise appearance in a future episode. Hopefully, Toei is going to make good on that this time, unlike what they did to Hotaro's dad. Like, it's still one of my biggest disappointments regarding Kamen Rider Gotchard. Like, you mentioned, similarly, you mentioned the dad of the main character. Like, he's going to be an important part of the story, and like in the end, what happened with Gotchard is we never even get to meet him, right? He remained a mystery for the entirety of the series, and like some BS that the actual, like, the staff even put on their official blog. I'm going to mention this again, I'm sorry. Like, in the official Gotchard blog about the final episode, like, oh, we decided, you know, it's not going to be interesting to put Hotaro's dad, like, it's not gonna matter anyway, like, total BS, you know. Again, why did you introduce a mysterious character in, like, ooh, this mysterious character, Hotaro's dad, is going to be important, and then do nothing with it, you know? It just sucked. So hopefully Gavv is going to make good on that this time around, because the family drama regarding the Stomach family is, I think, is going to be a driving force of the show. So that's something that we all have to watch out for. Now, on the side of Hanto, so in episode 3, he meets a mysterious scientist named Kenzo Suga, if I'm right about this Kenzo part. But he meets this scientist, and this scientist calls himself a Granute researcher. So, if like the events of you know, Kamen Rider Gavv are to be, you know, examined in what kind of character this guy is, so he would probably be the one to create Kamen Rider Valen's henshin device. So we do see him in possession of the Chokodon Gochizos. So the red and white variants of the Chokodon Gochizos are going to be important. So a preview of episode 5, also, or if I'm not mistaken, like at the end of episode 4, so it appears that this Professor Suga is already in the process of making Kamen Rider Valen. So we all know so far that unlike Shouma, so Hanto is a complete human, and therefore his transformation device is different. He does not have the Gavv on his stomach, so instead he uses a man-made method to transform into a Kamen Rider. So that is how we get Kamen Rider Valen. So it may not be much of a spoiler if I mention, you know, Professor Suga creating Kamen Rider Valen's henshin device, because if you look at the episode, it's gonna go in that direction anyway. So yeah. But again, the biggest, I guess, again, not the reveal, but rather confirmation. So again, so going back to Shouma and his relationship with the Stomach clan. So again, we now confirm that he is indeed a sibling to the rest of the Stomachs, you know. So he is their youngest half-brother. And I'm going to predict, you know, this may still be, like, far off. Like, this is already disconnected to what I'm supposed to be doing in this video. So sorry, guys, if, like, I'm all over the place. But I know we're only 4 episodes in, and I already can't help but think about how Gavv is going to conclude. So, you know, of course, we are going to see, like, this final battle between Shouma and his siblings. Whether some of them could be redeemed or not, we don't know. But what I can see is that Shouma, you know, as the main protagonist, he ends up winning. He ends up, you know, being victorious. And what he does after that victory, after that final battle with whomever he chooses to fight, or whomever is, you know, decided to be the final boss. So what I think would happen is that Shouma is going to go back to his world, the Granute world, and takes over the Stomach Inc. He takes over the family company, and he's going to steer it into a new direction, you know, like getting rid of the dark sweets or the dark snacks that's basically people. So he is going to get rid of that and turn the Stomach Company into a snack company that makes snacks that make everyone happy. So again, basically he's going to drive the company into a more positive direction, and hopefully he remains a bridge between, you know, like a diplomat that would, you know, bridge the gap between the human world and the Granute world, and maybe he'd visit, you know, from time to time. So Sachika, of course, still runs the Happy Pare, and I guess she, you know, becomes more successful with it, which is nice. Now Hanto, I'm gonna say, like, his experiences, like battling, you know, Granutes and working with Shouma. So, you know, given that he is a journalist, you know, he's a freelance writer, so he may end up writing something like really, really good that, I don't know, might win him a Pulitzer Prize or something, a Nobel Prize for literature if he turns it into a novel. So, you know, that's how I see Hanto's ending is going to be. But, you know, like, one of the main themes of Kamen Rider Gavv is happiness. So, in a more general sense, like people, like making people happy and stuff like that. So, like, Shouma is trying his best to bring happiness to people, and, you know, especially with Sachika, that's her thing. But yeah, like, the Granutes target happy people, so Shouma as Kamen Rider Gavv fights to protect people's happiness, which is a really, really nice thing to do. So yeah, I can only envision a happy ending for each and everyone involved. So, at least for the main characters. But for the villains, well, it's up to the writers what they want to do with it. So, you know, there's still a lot more to look forward to. It's still very early to say what's gonna happen, but I just want to share my crazy ideas very, very early on. And who knows, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But hey, if you guys have your own crazy ideas on what you would predict, or how you would predict the ending of Kamen Rider Gavv, please let me know in the comment section. So anyways, I'm going to give Kamen Rider Gavv episode 4 a 4 out of 5. So the confirmation, like, I could see it coming. I just didn't expect Shouma to be the youngest sibling, but it's already out there. But I already knew that, we already knew from episode 1, actually. It's already revealed that he is part of the Stomach Clan. But, like, the drama that the show gives is actually really compelling. Like, it's still very early on, but again, like, how is Shouma going to face, like, the threat of the Granute? How is he going to make people happy? And his own personal struggle being half Granute and half human. Like, again, the episode 1 scene where Hajime's mother, so Hajime is the boy whom Shouma meets for the first time in the human world. So, so she calls him a monster, and he recognizes that he is indeed a monster, you know, technically speaking. But he is a monster that fights to protect people from bad monsters, right? So while he's trying to do the right thing, he also carries this heavy burden with him. And how is he going to cope with it? How is he going to use it as a fuel to continue fighting for good? So that's, I think, maybe the most interesting part of Kamen Rider Gavv for me, in my honest opinion. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what Kamen Rider Gavv can offer in the near future. So again, tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. So anyways, that's all for today. If you like, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you next time. Bye!